Hi everybody, it's me, Miss Connaughton, and I am here today to do a sentence fix-it with you. So let's take a peek at what we have on the board behind me. So we have a sentence here. We have lots of letters, we have words, makes up a sentence, but there are some mistakes in this sentence, and I'm going to need you to help me find them. Are you ready to start looking? Okay, let's take a peek. Here's our first word. I know that this is the first word because there's no space, there's some space before it, and there's some space after it. So let's take a peek at this word. Did, did. Okay, our first word is did. Did, space. Let's check our next word. Did. Trick word. This is a tricky trick word. Do you remember what it says? The. This word says the. Did the space, and oh, here's my next word. Wait a minute, I can already see something that's probably going to be a mistake because we don't usually put uppercase letters in the middle of a sentence. So this will probably be one of the mistakes that we have to fix, but we'll go back and we'll take a peek at that. Let's see if we can read this first. Ready? Cat, 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 na, cat, cat, nap, cat, nap. That's a really long word. That's actually two different words, isn't it? So we already noticed that this is supposed to be a lowercase letter, so I'll put a little line underneath this to remind us. I'll put a star to remind us to go back to it. And this is supposed to be two different words. Catnap. That should be two different words. So I'm going to put another little star right here to remind us that when we go back, when we write this sentence down here, we need to put a space between these two words because that should be two different words. All right, let's go back. Now we know what it says. Did the cat nap? Now we need to go back and check for mistakes. So let's go back to the first word in the sentence. Did. Now what do you notice? What's missing here? Right here. The first letter in the sentence is supposed to be uppercase. This should be an uppercase letter. So we'll go back and we'll fix that. Did. Nice space. That looks good. The. T-H-E. Looks good. So far we have did, the. Now cat, nap. Let's see. This should be a lowercase letter. We already found that mistake. This should be a space because cat, nap is two different words. So there should be a space there. So we'll go back and fix that. Does our sentence have any other mistakes? Let me think. What does a sentence need? Uppercase letter at the beginning. Spaces, finger spaces between words. Yep. What does it need at the end? A stop sign. Now what kind of stop sign should we use? Now remember, a stop sign could be just a dot, like that, a period, and actually, if we were writing this, it would be down here. It would be right down on the same line where the words are. So we could either choose a period, that's just the dot, and it would be just a telling sentence. Did the cat nap? Did the cat nap? That's what it would sound like if we put a period there. If we put a line, a straight line down with a dot, if we do this, well then we have to read the sentence with excitement in our voice, a lot of emphasis in the sentence. So if we use this one, if we use the exclamation mark, then it would sound like this. Did the cat nap? I don't think that's the way that we want it to sound, do we? Let's check one more. So the last option that we could choose for the stop sign at the end of a sentence is a squiggly line with a straight line and then a dot at the bottom, and that one is called a question mark. If we put a question mark at the end, then we have to make our voices sound a little bit confused, like we're asking a question. Are you ready to try to read it with the question mark at the end? All right, ready? Did the cat nap? How does that one sound? Did the cat nap? I think that's the one that we want. So I am going to pick up my eraser. I think I'll erase this one and I'll erase this one because I know that we need the question mark. The only problem is we don't know where to put it. This is not going to be, oh, sorry, we do know where to put it, and it's in the wrong spot. So when we put it in the sentence down at the bottom, we're going to want it to be really close, and I'm going to add that in right now so I don't forget. Question mark looks like this, and when we put the question mark at the end of the sentence, we want it to be very close to the end of the sentence. I had it too far away, so I put it a little bit closer so that I'll remember when I write it down here, I need a question mark at the end. Okay, are you ready to write the sentence? I'm going to use a different marker for this. Let's get my computer nice and close so you can see. This is our foundations board. We have up at the top our skyline all the way across. There's the plane, that's our plane line. Down here we have our grass line. And then way down at the bottom, our worm line. And these are the lines that we're going to use to write our sentence. The first word is did. Did. Now we remember we need an uppercase letter in the first spot, so we're going to start on the skyline, go down to the grass line, pick your marker up, go back up to the skyline, and around to the grass line. That's an uppercase D. Now the I and the D for the rest of the word already look correct. We don't need to make any changes, so I'm just going to copy. Lowercase I goes from the plane line down to the grass line, and then I put just a little dot up above. Remember, you don't want your dot to look like that, like a big ice cream cone. No, 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 no. We're not making ice cream cones here. We are writing the letter I, lowercase letter I. So make sure that your dot has a little space right above the line, and then add the dot. Now lowercase d starts on the plane line, go around to the grass line, up to the skyline, down to the grass line. Did. Now we need to leave a finger space, and our next word is the. The. T is a skyline letter, so we're going to start way up on the skyline. T. H is another skyline letter. Did. The. E goes around and down to the plane line. Did. The. The next word is cat, and I'm going to leave a finger space here, and then change this to a lowercase c that will start on the plane line. So I'm going to start on the plane line and go back and around to the grass line. A is next. We need our A, and that starts on the plane line. Around to the grass line, up to the plane line, down to the grass line. Then we need the letter T. T is a skyline letter, so we're going to go back up to the skyline, down to the grass line, cross it on the plane line. Did. The. Cat. And we need one more word. Nap. N is a plane line letter. So I'm going to start on the plane line, down to the grass line, trace up to the plane line, make a hump. N. A. We already did the A. Remember, that's a plane line letter. Around, up, down. And our last letter is P. So we'll start on the plane line, go all the way down to the worm line, all the way, trace all the way back up to the plane line, and around to the grass line, P. And now we need to make our question mark. The question mark is going to go from right below the skyline, and then it makes a little curly, up, down, and then your dot sits right on the grass line. Did the cat nap? What do you think? Did you have fun with that sentence fix it? If you did, then go back to the choice board and you'll be able to find a link that you can click on to get a whole bunch of sentence fix it cards that you can print out and practice all by yourself at home, or you can just look at them on the computer and then use them to practice with your writing. Have fun. Bye.